What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and today I'm going to be summoning on the Divine Harvest banner, which is this year's Halloween banner. And I actually really like this Halloween banner despite it being, completely dragon themed, and I'll be summoning from both my accounts actually. I didn't think I would actually summon with my free-to-play account because I'm mainly saving up the orbs for the Asker banner at the end of this month. And all of these are completely free-to-play orbs, as you can see in my orb balance. So there's no middle row of the paid orbs. So I've been saving up these free-to-play orbs, and I think I'm definitely going to be trying to, get Duma. And because this is a completely free-to-play account, there's no FEH pass on there. And I usually don't start with my free-to-play account, but I really want to get like one copy of him, which is going to be helping me tremendously in several game modes, and he is also extremely powerful. So I'm hoping that I can just get him and the couple of summons that I plan to do. Of course, not going to be spending my entire stash on Duma because Asker is going to be coming out at the end of this month. And there's also going to be a new mythic unit, so I've mainly been saving for that, but getting a Duma would be really good. And I got Kane, so that is amazing. He's on my wish list because I don't really have too many Wings of Mercies because I use Gale Force strategies so much that I constantly run out of Wings of Mercy. Fury is also pretty nice, so this was a really nice Gen 1 badge to start off the session, I guess. Kind of disappointed that Naga doesn't have Divine Fang because I think that would have opened up some really interesting scenarios, even though it's not the strongest skill per se, but its utility is amazing in certain game modes and especially like competitively, because Medius is extremely powerful Dark Mythic in the Light and Dark season. So if we actually had a Naga who could give you Divine Fang buff without costing you the score, then I think that would have helped a lot of units, because I used to Gale Force quite a bit by using Freya, plus 10 Eliwood. I would also use Fallen Dimitri, and all of that just came to a halt as soon as Medius came out, because he's just so damn bulky that most of the Gale Force units cannot really kill him in in like a single round of combat. And that might not seem like a big deal, but in like Aether Raid's offense, every single action matters. So if you take 2 actions to kill a unit, that's not really that optimal. So honestly, I would have liked that. Would have been really, really interesting. But oh well. Definitely didn't expect that, especially after Summer Claude having the Fallen Star. So yeah, I'm just trying to get Duma here. I also have like extra Ascended Feorm to feed him the Hardy Fighters, so I have the fodder ready, and I'm also getting the redstone, so I hope that I can get him. Just one copy is gonna be enough for me, really. I don't really need anything more from it, just a single copy, because for the longest time I just did not pull any kind of save units because I didn't think like I really needed them when they came out last year, because I mainly just use the aggressive strategies and player phase strategies, so I didn't really used to tank that much, so I didn't really try or bother to go after like Ascended Feorm or the save units really. But then came like Summoner Duels, and a lot of the meta just really changed with the save tanking. So yeah, I'm definitely lacking very good like far save units on this account. And Duma is definitely, in my opinion, like one of the best ones that he can get, because a lot of armor units have the trouble of getting killed by Deadeye, Lethality, Sublime Heaven. But the thing about Duma is that because he has the decharging of special, like Brave Tiki, he can pretty much just decharge that special in the combat itself, and then because of his extremely high attack and the adaptive damage, he can just one-shot a lot of these threads, which are not going to be having, much of a bulk to begin with. So he's definitely pretty good in that, and I think red far save tanks are definitely rare. Kind of regret on missing on Halloween Myrrh, I suppose, as a Forma unit, but even then, like, getting the optimal skills would have been impossible on her at that time, because we didn't really know about the refines. So their refines are always a gamble with these Forma units. But I guess many people did have their gambles paid off with Summer Lynn getting such a good weapon refine, honestly. I did not expect like this kind of refine on her. I mean, I did expect like some parts of it, but not like everything that she got. So this is the second Kent I summoned. I actually foddered him for allied sword to my Sylvia, I believe. And then after that, I never summoned a Kent. Same goes for Marcy, actually. Alright, so I'm not gonna be getting any kind of redstone, which is first for this patch, actually. So should I try for the colorless stone, trying to go for Naga? I think, yeah. I think I would definitely try that. More chances of getting that, but Legault is completely fine as well. And I've pretty much spent like 50 orbs at this point. I'm gonna be going up to like 200, and then I'm gonna be stopping because I need to save for the Asker banner. So that is pretty much my threshold. I'm really hoping I can, you know, pull some clutch luck and actually pull him up. Never mind, no redstone, so that's definitely a bit tough. And yeah, we do have the entire month actually for this banner, and like also for the orb collection. So still, like, I could summon later on. But so far, no luck with the free-to-play account. Absolutely no 5-star unit whatsoever summoned in these, you know, almost like 20 summons. Sadly, but I'm hoping that Duma can show up as I get no redstone. Yeah, colorless is the second priority then for Naga, I guess. Getting Naga would be nice for her fodder. She does have Rally Attack Plus and Attack Resistance Rain, so I could probably use that, honestly. Oh yes, 2 redstones, and this is pretty much going to be the final batch for the... Oh my god, there's no way. I was about to say this was the final batch for free-to-play account. Oh my god, I summoned Duo Duma. I cannot believe it. In 21 summons, that is insane luck. I do not care about their IVs whatsoever. Just the fact that I summoned them on the free-to-play account with these low summons is just enough for me personally. Plus speed minus resistance. Yeah, pretty much possibly the worst IV that he could have on Duma, because he needs the resistance for the decharging, and he already has like half null follow-up and follow-up negation. So plus speed is actually the worst IV. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this conversation. I hope that it's endearing.
I must say, dear brother, you wear that costume well.
Oh, why must we debase ourselves? It only diminishes our godly authority.
We are in a different world. To these people who know us not, we pass as human revelers.
So, it is reverence they lack. Tell me, Mila, if not gods, who do the humans honor with their harvest festival?
From what I can tell, it is not held to honor anyone specific, but rather to give thanks to the land for its bounty.
In that case, what possible reason could there be for wearing these ridiculous outfits?
We will have to find that out together. The human mind never fails to conjure up the most curious of ideas. Does it not excite you to wear something different for once? I find this all to be rather invigorating. I was once bored with life, unable to find any stimulus that could stir even the faintest feelings in my heart. This costume and festival, though, they are like a breath of fresh air that reminds me of the joy of being alive.
Absurd. The hearts of gods must not be so fickle as to be swayed by mere festivals such as this. And yet...
And yet?
My mind must be starting to go, for I find myself unable to deny that your enjoyment of this silliness pleases me.
Duma.
As you have observed, today we join this festival in the attire of ordinary revelers. Thus, let us act accordingly. Take my hand, sister. These humans will be hard-pressed to tell us apart from any other merry pair.
I would like that very much, brother.
Oh god, my heart. This was so endearing. I believe this is like, you know, pre-corruption, essentially, or degeneration, essentially. Kind of like the conversation that we get at the end of Act 6, I believe. Yeah. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah, I think this is probably from that time. Because in Fire Emblem, dragons are always, you know, pretty much set to degenerate and have these really violent thoughts and outbursts, regardless of they are a god like Duma, Mila, or anyone else. Because I clearly remember in Awakening, like, Na tells everyone that she does have these really, like, violent instincts at times. So I find that really, really interesting. About how the lore has stayed consistent with Fire Emblem, even, you know, to the point of modern games, of how the absolute power of these dragons absolutely corrupts their mind, and then they slowly start to degenerate, essentially, which is actually pretty sad in itself. If you think about it, like, it's really, really sad. Imagine being alive for these many years, having everyone that you know, not being there and just gone, and then the madness. It's actually okay. This got definitely a bit darker than I thought, but yeah, definitely like that. And I also really like the philosophical, difference between Mila and Duma's ideology. Essentially, I'm really gonna be trying to get Renak because I don't really have Disarm Trap. I fought off the Divine Code's Pala to my Layla a long time ago, and then of course she got nuked by the far saves. And then I fought off the other Disarm Trap to my Yuri. Yeah, Yuri for sure. So if I get extra Disarm Trap, I think I'm probably most likely to give this to my heir. But unfortunately that is not going to be the case. So yeah. I'm gonna be... Oh wait, this was the Renak banner. Why did I waste my 4 orbs trying to get this on trap when it would have just been Lewin? Okay, I kind of just lost the focus, honestly. On here, I would definitely like to get Shiro. I do like Shiro quite a lot. I don't really have him on this account, and I think his refine is actually not that bad. I have used Rajat quite a lot. As I say that, I'm gonna get the summonable Shiro, I guess. Not really. I mean, Lucas's weapon refine is not that good. Yeah, Greenstone is gonna be what I'll be aiming for. Getting the Axe Azura is gonna be amazing because she's actually one of the very few, green dancers who can Gale Force. Yeah, I just cannot shut up about Gale Forcing, man. But yeah, it seems like I definitely got really lucky. I was able to get Duma here. So yeah, definitely going to be building him up. And I do have a Fiorm actually that is just sitting here. It's actually in my barracks, I believe. I did make her into a combat manual. But yeah, basically I can just give him the hardy fighter. And I don't really mind spending like the trade fruits to make him plus attack, because I'm going to be using this Duma so much, honestly. So yeah, that is the free-to-play account and the summoning. Now let's move on to the main account, actually. So here on the main account, my goals are going to be similar. So I would definitely like to get Duma here. And I definitely want to get Halloween Female Corrin. I really like her design. And I really like the fact that it's finally here in FEH. So they did have the Cypher card for Halloween Female Corrin. And I really like the Witch class in Fates and the Warp skill it can give. I mean, absolutely chaotic skill in my opinion when the PV is concerned. But also extremely cool at the same time, and how they maintain the warping shenanigans of witches and Shadows of Valentia. So I'm a big fan of that, and Delphi also got, that kind of witch warping, weapon refine, which I genuinely didn't, expect. As I'm talking about Shadows of Valentia, Leon is just gonna be showing up here, and also Soren. I was definitely thinking that Soren might have been the water legendary unit this month, or actually the last month, because we were supposed to get a green legendary unit and also water. And as you all know, Soren does have his exclusive skill, Water Sweep, which no other unit has. So I kind of expected him to be a water legendary unit who's green. Speaking of being green, I'm just gonna be greeted with like 3 green stones. Also would like to get Male Corrin, and I'm also looking for like plus speed IV Cat, which I actually got. Wow, this luck. Okay. So that's out of the priority list. I was looking for a good IV Cat for a really long time, and I'm gonna get my boy, Male Corrin. Yeah, that is amazing. Alright, so the luck has been absolutely fantastic. Except for the minus attack Ivy. But I like the fact that I summoned him. His outfit is definitely pretty nice. Yeah, I wish like male units could also become the witch class, because certain like female units and fates could be really powerful because of the warp skill, which they could have access with the witch class. And I also like the fact that I'm not sure how many people remember, but the map where the DLC of the witch class, where you can get the witch scroll to get access to that class, is inspired by Shadows of Valentia. So the DLC of Fates is actually pretty good. Not the fact that Revelations is a DLC, but rather the extra, classes and stuff. Because gameplay wise, I think it is pretty good. So let us begin with the questions that you guys have left. Definitely quite far late into the video. But if people answer in the comments, then I know how long they watched essentially. So yeah, if you have any kind of question that you want me to answer in a summoning video, you could leave them in the comments with the hashtag question. The hashtag is very important so that I can find your question. The first question is by Naoto Hex, definitely one of the most active viewers of my channel, and also pretty great player. So do you have any... Oh my god, your question is gonna give me Naga. I got spooked by her. I never thought she would be participating in any kind of like festival like this. I got plus attack minus HP, that is good enough for me. She actually has pretty high attack stat. I'm gonna try for another Naga actually. But yeah, Naoto Hex's question is that, do you have any unit that you plan to Forma or Re-Forma from Hall of Forms? I'm planning to Re-Forma Legion, Wallheart, and Flying Nino. Oh god, another Naga. I'm sorry for interrupting a question. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much for a question, and I definitely plan on Re-Formaing my Legion on the main account, on this account which I'm summoning on, because she could just get so many of the better skills like attack speed oath 4, the Trey skill and the cat skill. I'm really glad that I didn't fodder off those skills to her, because I didn't really expect this kind of, this kind of Forma reruns essentially. So that is definitely one unit I want to do that with my main account. And on my free-to-play account, I think I'm probably gonna be getting Halloween Mers Forma. So yeah, that is definitely the one Forma unit I regret, missing on. So both plus attack Nagas, wow. So got 2 focus units, so off to like insanely good start here. So yeah, those are the units, and this could be the question of the day, honestly, because Hall of Forms run is something that a lot of people wanted, but we didn't really have any idea if they would actually do it, and now they're doing it. So we're like pretty much going to be having like 2 Hall of Forms, I believe, and the Revival Hall of Forms is going to be in like a different section, not in the same section as Hall of Forms, because if you actually go back and look at the Hall of Forms which has finished, it still says that 18 days are left. So I think that the Revival and the original Hall of Forms are going to be run separately, so we can have 2 Hall of Forms in a month at times. That is, I think, really good, because they're kind of running out of the units that they could technically put on these Hall of Forms while having moderate to decent value for a lot of games. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at the Jug Draw games and Tellius games. So they're probably trying to just refresh these units, and it also is pretty nice like business wise, because a lot of people who did regret missing out on the Forma are probably a lot more likely to get that now. So yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. They did everything which I wanted them to, like the Forma units could be merged in each other. The Revival event is separate from the new Hall of Forms that we are going to be getting, so that is pretty good. I got a lot of red stones, but didn't really get the Duma. I'm going to be trying for Duma yet again with this account. Yeah, 3 red stones is pretty nice. I'm actually really surprised that I was able to pull Duo Duma on my free-to-play account, because my my luck with the red summons is not the greatest, honestly. And red pool is kind of hellish with its chances, pretty much. I mean, even colorless and blue are in a way, I suppose. I keep forgetting that the new Female Corrin is actually like blue in color. She is not green. They switched over the drift colors and called it a day, but it takes my brain a while to get used to that. So I'm gonna get Tail 2. I'm still gonna summon on the colorless stone because I think her fodder is really good. And I wouldn't mind getting like another extra copy at this point. But yeah, 25 summons, just 15 more summons to go. I think I'm really hoping that I could get like either Corrin or Duma, because then this is a sick joke. Corrin just showing up casually. Yeah, I would definitely like to get Female Corrin and Duma. So if I get either of them in my regular summons, then I think, oh yeah, blue color, I am gonna be sparking the other one. Otherwise it will be a bit hard to prioritize who I want to summon on. I would probably end up picking like Female Corrin, I suppose, because that way I could have a bit more varied experience and varied footage. The reason why I really try to collect, units with the main account is because I could get the footage for several videos, and I could also experience the unit firsthand. I'm gonna get Sue, so that is amazing. Big fan of her father, Rat. Huge fan of her father. And her refine is actually not the worst, but I wish it was a bit better. So yeah, the first-hand experience, I think, gives you a completely different perspective than just looking at a unit on like paper and then thinking how that unit functions. And it's also good for long-time reflection, I feel like. I guess this is not really relevant for a lot of people because most people are not content creators, but I really feel like getting the first-hand experience can give me a bit more confidence in the statements I'm making and the claims I'm making, and I can always show the footage. If I have it, I could always like test out things and get the first-hand experience instead of just guessing stuff. So, oh wow, I'm gonna get Anna. Let's go. She does have pretty good fodder, so I'm pretty happy with this actually. Plus HP. Yeah, I do not mind that. I'm probably gonna fodder her for her charm drive speed, if I'm being honest. So yeah, so getting that varied experience is, I think, really good, because the unit experience can definitely change your perspective. Like a lot of people, for example, really wrote off Legendary Xander, and he's not as bad as people think he is, actually, in practice. And a lot of people also wrote off like Legendary Nana, for example, but she turned out to be insane new. So that experience definitely helps. And even if I'm not able to pull a unit, usually at the top ranks, I'm going to be facing them. So either way, I'm able to get the experience. So I definitely try and, do my best in that regard, because I think it really helps just making me confident in my own content. Because if you're just, guessing and, putting out stuff, then it's bound to be wrong at some point. And first of all, you're not going to be having confidence in that. I'm going to get Shana. Okay, I'm really hoping I can get Corrin. Please, Corrin, you cannot do this to me. You can just show up. Your male counterpart already showed up, so you can show up. Don't make me choose between Duma or Female Corrin. I'm probably going to be sparking... I'm probably going to be sparking Female Corrin because I already got Duma on my free-to-play account. And already have like really good far saves on the main account. So not necessarily need him that much. So yeah, Corrin is probably going to be the choice because it doesn't look like Duma wants to come home again because he already showed up on my free-to-play account. Alright, so the next question is asking me which characters, new or already in FEH, do you hope to see in seasonal banners until the end of the year? Definitely pretty interesting question. I think the one character which I really want to see is Mercedes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, water is wet. Surprise. But yeah, I would definitely like to see her in like some seasonal manner where she's actually a good unit. The summer version just blows, honestly, because she pretty much gets like dunked by Arete, who's a free-to-play unit, and also, Cecilia, Bright Cecilia, who's a 4-star focus. And I'm pretty much waiting for like an arcane red tome at this point. But yeah, having a good Mercedes with a preferred weapon would be nice, and a duo with Death Knight is going to be amazing. I was really hoping that Halloween could be the place where Another Fallen Gustav. What's with Fallen Gustav showing up on my like main account? I've got like 3 or 4 of them at this point in like span of 2 months. He just shows up again and again. So plus resistance, minus HP. All right, so that is nice. And unfortunately, I'm made to choose between Duma or Female Corrin, and I think I'm gonna be choosing Female Corrin because I already got Duma on the free-to-play account. So yeah, I was really thinking of Mercedes being on the Halloween banner because of how she is and how she doesn't get scared. And she loves telling like the scary ghost stories. So I think it really would have been pretty amazing just seeing her. Oh wow, she actually spins. Wow, that the animations have definitely got an upgrade. So yeah, definitely a big fan of this art actually, not drawn by Sencha. I mean, Sencha is nice, but they, like, I don't know how to describe this. I'm not an artist, but there's this kind of glimmer on, you know, Female Corrin's face all the time with Sencha's art, which is kind of missing here, which I personally find it quite refreshing. Sencha is an amazing artist, but I definitely like the variations here. So yeah, Halloween Mercedes would have been perfect with like Death Knight, just wearing the Death Knight armor, I suppose, in the Halloween costume, and she could have been such a solid like duo unit. I would have loved that. She would have been my favorite unit. I mean, she's already one of my favorite characters as it is, but yeah, she would have been like the favorite unit of mine. But at the moment, I'm hoping that she could end up in a Christmas banner because Felix also ended up on a Christmas banner, so maybe Blue Lions are with like Christmas, because Fargus is supposed to be cold, I think. I kind of forgot, but yeah, I would definitely like to have that. Maybe Death Knight could be like a reindeer or something like that. Lysithea also showed up in the winter banner actually, so she's not from Blue Lions. Oh, speaking of Blue Lions, I'm just gonna get to do the timing of these units is impeccable. It's almost like this game is sentient and is listening to me. See, this is the reason why people think I'm post-commentating, because the timing is just so insane with these stuff. It like makes people a lot more suspicious, like I'm doing some post-commentary, but who would do that? Like, why would you do that? That is like double the work. Actually, insanely like inefficient in the content creation aspect. So yeah, I only have like 2 more free summons left, so I think I'm gonna be hoping that I can maybe pull like Shiro here. Would be really nice actually. Yeah, I'm gonna try for Shiro. Was thinking of going for Rajat, but would definitely like that. And another unit which I really want to see in a seasonal banner is Cherche. I'm not sure why Cherche doesn't show up in seasonal banner. She's pretty popular, I believe. And like, I really like her as a character, honestly. Definitely one of my favorite Awakening characters, if not the favorite one. So Cherche would be really good. She hasn't even gotten like a Resplendent version. So I'm really surprised as to like why that is happening. Because a lot of Awakening characters have got alts, like Henry got like, multiple alts, basically even like in the last year's Halloween banner as well. So I'm not sure what's up with Cherche. She could easily fit into so many themes of the seasonal banners, I think. And I really hope that Resplendent Cherche could happen soon. So yeah, I think my free summons are done. Definitely had pretty good luck on the main account as well. Was able to get 3 focus units out of the 4. Only Duma is missing, but then again, I got Duma on my free-to-play account. So I'm actually really content and really satisfied with the outcome. So I hope you guys also enjoyed this summoning session actually, and you also found it fun. Let me know in the comments how your summons went, and if you really enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like and a comment. Really helps me a lot. And if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using super thanks down below, or by becoming a YouTube member down below as well. And for more face summoning videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because expecting YouTube sub boxes to show my videos is like expecting a Halloween banner to not have a dragon at this point. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.